Wow. Wow, everybody.
Guys,
We hate kids.
yeah,
We hate kids.
we're not
now.
having kids.
We hate kids. We hate dogs. Except Charlie. Charlie's a good boy. Please don't pull all the cords down.
Charlie has started peeing and shitting in the house.
Protest.
Out of protest.
He's protesting everything. He's just. We realized the other day when he went eyes first into the glue plant that was actually a protest as well.
Yeah, that was like, please treat me like a baby again.
Yeah, please realize that I can be the baby that you want in your life. And then our baby, Mouselini, Mouse Satang, she's been pooping and peeing obviously in the house, and Charlie was like, okay, is this what it takes to get love? So he's been doing it as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put them both down.
Yeah, I think that's the answer. I think we have to put both the dogs down, and actually, honestly, I couldn't do it, Charlie. I couldn't. But I will throw Mouse through a window.
Yeah, I'll throw Mouse into a shark pit.
Yeah.
Which is a pit that does not have waters in it, it just has sharks.
Just sharks. It's actually water made of sharks.
Yeah. It's kind of a sea of sharks.
Yeah, and we're just gonna put Mouse in there, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she's the only one surviving afterwards.
Yeah. Honestly,
Mouse is the baby in the box.
Yeah, we've realized this, that we put Mouse near the baby in the box to be like, you're gonna fight this thing someday. Like, get ready.
Yeah.
And they became allies. They aligned with each other.
Yeah. The baby downloaded his intelligence into Mouse.
And Mouse is now ruining our life. I think right now she's probably started eating something valuable and irreplaceable.
It's Charlie's toy.
Oh, let's see. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. She's probably 1/6 of Charlie, maybe 1/10. And she just pushes him around.
Yeah. She just tells him what to do.
Yep.
Charlie.
What's up?
Why don't you come over here? Why don't you come over here?
Go.
Why don't you get off the courts while Mommy and Daddy are trying to make you some fucking money?
Yeah. Why don't you chill before we aren't able to afford anything?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's like having to podcast with two toddlers. That's what it feels like.
That you do have the option of giving away.
Yeah.
That makes it harder.
It makes it a lot harder.
Because if it's your baby, you're like, oh, I have to. I love you. It would be wrong not to love you. But we could take both of them down to a shelter, and we could be like, it couldn't. And
We can't.
Everybody would go, yeah, that sucks, but give us the dogs.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed since we got the puppy is that people have been reaching out and saying, hey, did you get the dog to solve the problems in your relationship? Which is something nobody ever asks you when you have a baby. And it's a real bummer of a question.
Also,
it's a weird way to respond to something as joyful as a puppy. And
we also didn't really have problems.
Yeah.
We have regular problems.
I mean, we're quarantined together.
Yeah, we're on day 35.
Of a fucking quarantine.
Yeah.
And we both had COVID for a while. But, if there's any sort of problem, it's that we don't have enough energy to fuck each other. And how's a puppy gonna help us with that?
Yeah, I'd say that's the only problem, is our fucking is falling apart with the sickness. It was not doing poorly. Our fucking was doing fine pre-sickness. And then once we got sick, we weren't really as interested.
We were both just fucking hopeless.
And now,
Now we can't come without the puppy in the room.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Oh man, so the puppy wakes up every morning at about 6:30, and it's, Charlie, what is this crossing thing that you're doing?
He's just confused as to why he doesn't get full run of the house right now, because he's quarantined in here with us and the puppy.
Anyways, so puppy wakes up at 6:30, and it goes in its cage and it goes, hey, I'm gonna shit all over this thing, and if you don't come get me, I'm gonna just roll around in it, and then you're gonna have to do more work. So you're like, all right, let's go. And then you go and you, I swear to God.
Charlie keeps doing this thing where he's crossing under the cords and like almost knocking everything off the table, but not quite.
He's really loving fucking with us today. It's like, oh, that
like,
shitting thing kind of worked. Let's see what else.
Let's see what else we can do. Sorry, babe.
So
what
anyways,
were you saying?
Puppy wakes up at 6:30. One of us or both of us gets up, feeds it, lets it out, plays with it until it's ready to fall back asleep, and then we fall back asleep for maybe an hour, maybe 2. But so I did that this morning.
Yeah, because I was having no part of it. I woke up this morning, I heard her whine, and I think I hit Andy.
I think you were like, get up.
Yeah, I think I was like, get the dog. Get the dog. Get it out. I just wanted to get rid. And then the first thing that I said this morning when I actually woke up and was standing in a standing position was, should we give the dog back?
Yeah. That was one of the first things. Should we give the dog back? I'm still...
I woke up to Andy standing in the corner of the room, arms crossed, just looking at me. Like I was a disloyal husband.
No, what
like
I said
I'd been
to her
out
was...
late last night and he'd found lipstick on my collar.
I said this, I go, there was an accident.
Yeah. I was like, what? That's not the way you want to wake up. My first thought, when you say there's an accident, my first thought is someone died or Charlie had a seizure.
Yeah.
That's my first thought. My 2 most traumatic experiences come up immediately. And I just go, somebody died, Charlie's having seizures. And he said Charlie had an accident outside in the living room. He shit and he pissed. And and he won't eat. He wouldn't eat his food after Mouse got close to it. Like a mama bird who saw one of her youths had been touched by a human.
I want you guys to know that I bought Charlie 2 very large, expensive treats. And Mouse took them from him.
And now he won't touch them. They're soiled goods to him.
Mouse is the size.
To do with them.
Mouse is the size of a mouse. Charlie is a regular-sized dog. I swear to God, if you cross over this one more time, it's gonna make me laugh a lot. But Mouse just took them.
I think he wants to go outside.
Okay. Well,
You want to go outside?
so I'm gonna go back to bed pretty soon. Rosebud seems well rested, so she'll probably get to work out and continue being more attractive than me. I'll continue to disintegrate into just kind of bad hair choices, thinning hair, softer and softer body. She's out. She's departed. She's doing something now with Charlie. I'm gonna I'll show it on my stories or on the Find Your Beach podcast stories. But Mouse is she has the sharpest little teeth. And so when you're trying to sleep with her in the morning, she's just biting you and it hurts. She bites my love handles. She bites my elbows. She bites my feet. And I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill a small dog and I'm gonna wear her as a medallion. I'm gonna have her shellacked and I'm gonna say, I beat a beast. I beat an evil beast. And hopefully I don't get it. It doesn't matter anymore. No, but there's no rules. We've already said this, but it's gotten me. We joked about it at first. We used to be like, there's no rules, ha 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 ha. Frontier law, ha 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 ha. And now it's real. You can wear a small dog as a necklace. You can wear a dead small dog and people will go gross and then you'll go, no, he's my enemy. And she's my enemy because I don't want to misgender her. I think somebody's talked about this before, but doesn't it annoy you when you call somebody's dog the wrong gender and they correct you aggressively? Where they're like, she's a girl. It's like, yeah, I wasn't gonna try to fuck your dog, all right? So don't worry, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not coaching a women's basketball team. I'm not picking slots for the next play. We're not casting. I'm also not trying to fuck your dog. So I don't care what kind of genitals it has. Is it neutered? Great. Is it spayed? Better. All right. So mom's coming back hopefully with her dog. We've been really neglectful of you guys just getting up, and that's literally how busy we've been. We can't pick an hour. I mean, we really should be recording this the second that the baby falls asleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had to watch Charlie take a shit in the yard.
Because he might
Because
just
I needed something to think about.
he might
later.
go eye first into the glue plant again.
Truly, that's why I had to check. I was like, I don't know. He ran up to the back of the yard, and I just thought, I haven't seen that kind of enthusiasm from him since the glue plant. And
I'm thinking about getting an Adderall prescription because we have this puppy now, and you're gonna get pregnant in the next year. There's no way I'm ever sleeping again. I'm never gonna sleep.
is that
again.
what you're gonna say to the psychiatrist?
No, I'm gonna say I have trouble keeping focus,
Oh, okay.
which is true. You know me.
Yeah, you actually do.
We're literally in front of this. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it before on some. Jesus Christ, Charlie. Down. Good boy. He was already doing it, so he really didn't listen to me.
This is a mess.
Look at him. He knows what he's doing now. He understands it.
He understands the game. He's like, I see what happens. They get a puppy. They think they can fucking control my life, but they can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna control theirs.
Charlie, eat the puppy, okay? You got
The saddest part about this is,
10 minutes.
I thought
to eat
for
that
sure.
Dog. You got 10 minutes to eat that puppy. No rules.
That's it.
No rules.
You can do whatever you want.
You can eat the puppy. You can bite her in half. You can taste her bones.
Yeah.
You gonna let her take your toy?
Yeah, the saddest part about this is I thought Charlie might take this opportunity to be an alpha dog, and he just doesn't have it in him. He's just a big ol', he's just Dumbo. He's just Dumbo the dog.
You know what he is? We watched Up last night for my first time watching Up. I don't know why I don't. It's another one of the things in my life. I'm such a masochist that like all the things like Up, Frozen, Coco. Every time I watch a movie like that, oh my God, the world is a great place. Children are the future. My childhood wasn't that bad. And then I don't watch it again. And same with meditation. I feel so grounded after I meditate. Yoga, my body feels alive. And then fucking, I just don't do it again. But we watched Up last night, and Charlie is Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, hi! I love you! I love you! You are my master!
I was under your porch because I love you. Can I come inside?
I do not like the cone of shame.
I mean, it's a weird thing. I think it would be weird if you like saw Up and then you watched it every morning as like a meditation practice, though, Andy.
It's not a bad idea, because that seems very quarantine-esque, end of the world. I've got one video, and it's up. It's on my hard drive, and I watch it once a day.
You know, I used to do that with Half Baked in high school. I used to watch Half Baked every single night.
Really?
Yeah.
And get stoned?
No, just watch it to fall asleep.
That's so weird that you're friends with Neil Brennan now.
Yeah.
I watched Cool Hand Luke a bunch. I watched Braveheart a bunch. I watched what did I watch a bunch? I watched Comedian all the time when I started stand up. And then I would watch it during milestones.
Yeah, I would watch Comedian. I would say probably there was a strong watch rate on Comedian for me for the first 3 years of stand up.
Yeah, because it's really the most extensive kind of model of what it's like to be a stand-up comic in New York.
Yeah.
And it's weird now because it's like some of the people in it, you're like, oh, that's like a guy that I talk to all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But it still is like inspiring, you know?
I think it's 17 or 18 years old. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
I saw it when it came out.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, did 2 Zoom shows last night. So it's really getting back to normal, you know?
Yeah, things are settling down.
Things are getting right back to normal, making, $8 a set.
We're doing a show together, you guys, on Friday.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
and Andy are doing a show. If you're interested, it's not like a traditional show. It's like, it's a bunch of comics that are throwing premises out there. And we've announced this on the podcast already, but we're putting premises out there and then we're helping each other write jokes.
Yeah, because someday
We'll be on a stage again.
Yeah, someday we'll be able to tell jokes to humans.
And we want to be able to address what the fuck has just happened to society.
I wonder if they're gonna separate tables. If that's gonna be the first thing.
Yeah, they probably will.
And so every show is gonna seem like it's lightly attended.
Yeah.
God, we're gonna get so good at crowd work.
I already feel like I'm pretty good at crowd work.
Yeah, sure, but you're gonna get better because it's gonna all.
No, I'm saying I don't think I could get any better.
Jesus.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I was like, yeah, I don't see how this could put a dent in my progress. I sort of mastered the form.
Yeah, every special that comes out next year is gonna be the crowd work tour.
Yeah.
The crowd work tour.
So you guys married?
Gross.
You got kids? Bad idea.
I just lost it.
What?
Steam. You're gonna have to carry the podcast for a minute while I resume my. I have to try to
Do
read.
you want to get on my back?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, here we go. You guys, if you're watching on YouTube, Andy's about to crawl on my back.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. This isn't, yeah, I can't do that. We tried it.
You're not gonna be able to do this. I'm 185 pounds. 195 probably after the quarantine.
Yeah. Whew. Well, honestly, just feeling the half of your weight on my lower back,
Broke it.
pretty much.
I can lift Rosebud above my head.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a big strong man.
Like Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, big strong man.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Dude, Patrick Swayze. What a fucking dime piece.
Yeah.
He was a dancer. A lot of people don't know that. Like, they think because he was in a few dancing movies, they're like, oh, he's a good dancer. No, he was a professional dancer.
Yeah.
Died of pancreatic cancer. Too soon.
Okay. All right. Way to keep the mood upbeat.
All is lost. We are a sip. We are
What? We are a sip?
we are a sip at sea
We're a sip at sea?
with no sail.
We're We're a sip of seawater on sale.
Oh man, I need to huff something.
Like what?
Just some kind of glue.
You want to try my armpit?
All right, that's a little better. Wow, spicy. I'm trying to think of other stuff. We were gonna go get tested this morning. We didn't end up doing that because I think we went to bed too late. Oh, because you were like, I gotta take.
I spent all of yesterday. I felt a little bit better yesterday. And by a little bit better, I mean I felt 100% better yesterday. Like, it was the first day that I've had where I was like, oh my God, I'm 100% better. And I spent the entire day working out. I mean,
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning and I did the matcha hour with Greta Titelman. And then I felt so good after that one workout that I was like, I want to feel like this for the rest of the day. So I spent the rest of the day exercising. I mean, I went for a run with Andy up and down a mountain.
Yep.
And then we got back. I was like, oh, I'm tired. God, I feel great. 2 hours later, I was like, I think I'm going to do some circuit training. Did some circuit training.
Yeah.
Did a full 25 minutes of circuit training. When that was over, I was like, okay,
If anything,
I can't move.
If anything, this podcast is a great analysis of what it's like to be an addict. Because anything we get that makes us feel good, We've never done it in moderation. Not once.
Not even a little bit.
Not a smidge.
We met each other. We were like, oh, we're in love. Let's get married.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were like, we're gonna quit vaping, and then we were like, we feel a little bit better. We can do it in moderation.
We're sucking down vapes constantly.
Yeah, my lungs hurt. I'm still doing it. Exercise, whatever it is. I wish I had that relationship with sleep. Where I could, like,
sleep is for boring people.
I've talked about this on a lot of different mediums, and I'm gonna be honest. I really want to be able to sell my sleep. I really wish that I could leave my body and go work in the cloud or something while I sleep, and I could sell my sleep to somebody else.
Yeah, that's a good idea. This is the first day that we've been podcasting where Mouse is not even interested at all in being on our laps.
Yeah, she has Charlie's toy. She's owning him.
Yeah.
What else happened? We did a fun show last night. With our friends. Meg the nurse tuned in. It was pretty fun. I mean, I had to go do another show while we were doing it.
Yeah.
Did you just check the news?
No, I checked the puppy potty training app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're spending $29 a week on digital dog training.
Oh, it's a week?
Yeah.
Jesus. But the training is included?
Yeah.
Virtual? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
A week.
And we get a 5% discount if we actually do the homework. I mean, a $5 discount if we do the homework every week. So it does keep me on top of things. And, if I really throw myself into it, then it's worth it.
I need medical cocaine right now. if any doctors are listening, I need a prescription for cocaine, okay?
My poor guy.
I think I slept 4 hours total last night.
Yeah.
Mm.
You look like an airline pilot in the 1920s.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I kind of like that vibe of like, we're going to Bora Bora, like.
Yeah, you look like the evil guy in Up.
I just love that used to, like, I like all the, like, things that we've seen in movies recently. Like, one of my favorites is that they used to, like, have cops. Cops were, like, heroes, like, they'd be
in
like...
movies?
In movies, they'd be like, it's Buzz Coolidge and the Bakersfield Boys. They took down the whole Moretti organization, and it's got them, like, with an axe breaking open a barrel of hooch. Snap, every fucking newspaper in the state.
Yeah. They've got two ladies on their arms, but they're like society ladies with belts on their suit dresses.
It's very dignified.
Yeah.
And then the other thing
everyone's in church hats.
They used to have explorers. They'd be like
yeah, explorer was a job.
Philip Ashbury plans to circumnavigate the globe in his flying contraption. And then he'd get up and he'd be like, I can do it, and I will. And everybody would be like,
what?
Yeah!
That's like kind of what the equivalent of our job is. Like, how, like, if one of those explorers came to Earth today and they were like,
come here, baby.
They were like, hey, this is what I do. I'm an explorer. Everyone would be like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? That's not a job. But, like, if we said to them, oh, we tell jokes, they'd be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Take a nap.
Yeah, they're like, actually, I think that there's still, like, if you sit, I don't know, if you were at a bar talking to somebody and you're like, I'm an explorer, they'd be like, oh, okay. But I think they'd actually respect it more than comedian.
Yeah, a lot.
Because no matter who you are, if you say you're a comedian, if you're not famous, that's the whole weird thing about it. So they respect you, but they would already know you.
What? What do you mean?
Like a comic, they're never going to be like, what do you do if you're famous, right?
Right.
So if you say I'm a comedian, they're like, oh, he must not be very good. Because, there's like a disrespect to it.
Yeah. They're like, oh, that's sad.
Oh, you're a comic? Like, what do you do, cruise ships?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I've done a couple this year.
I'm actually doing quite well, but that's also part of the job.
Yeah.
I would do a cruise ship right now.
Yeah, same.
Even with the
Same.
with like even if
Absolutely.
they were like the cruise ship is full of the dying elderly.
I'd be like, put a mask on me. I'm ready.
I'll wear a
How much
gas
does it
mask.
pay?
I'll perform as the unknown comic.
Yeah.
You know, every comic is the unknown comic if you don't know him. Ooh.
That was good.
Anyways, baby's about to calm down. Pretty excited about this.
Very exciting.
Perfect timing. Couldn't do it at 8 a.m., could you?
Nope.
You had to piss and shit all over my life and dreams. Rosebud did bring up the good point. We were on a walk last night. This was actually adorable. Last night we went on a walk, and there was these elderly couple that live on our corner.
That like don't have Twitter.
Yeah, and they do the 8 p.m. Holler for the
Health heroes.
For the health heroes and the first responders and medical workers.
But you could tell that they hadn't read anything about it, that they just heard from someone that we all shout for our health heroes after, and so they decided, when we hear pots and pans, we'll go out and we'll yell for the healthcare workers. And that's exactly what they did. They were standing on the front porch, and the lady was just going,
"Hooray for our healthcare workers! Hooray for our first responders!" Like a 70, 80-year-old woman, just earnestly.
Yay, our nurses!
Yeah, and we were doing a house sesh. Other people are playing instruments or blasting music.
Yeah.
And just another dog pulling on another cord.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect place to go lay down.
Good girl.
Oh, sweetie baby. This is the fucking golden hour right here.
This is our golden hour.
I just love that. I mean, it's like the same type of thing as it'd be like, those are the same type of people that would go to send a boat off.
Yes.
God, I really wish that, I want that back in our life. I would love to go send a boat off.
Me too.
Who has a joke about that? Somebody has a joke about that.
Goodbye!
Putting on a suit. Like they would get dressed up. People used to go dress up. They'd like put on their best clothes, then they'd be like, "We're gonna go and see off the SS Coolidge." I want to do that.
I know, you have the whole look for it.
I am that person.
Yeah.
That is the people I come from.
Yeah.
That was the middle class back in the day. That was what you did as the middle class. The rich people were on the boat, and the middle class was like, "Let's go say goodbye to the rich people."
Goodbye! Have a nice trip!
Goodbye, social masters! We will keep up your houses and lawns.
Yes, we'll look at your houses while you're gone.
The economy will be in great shape. And then they would just sit on a boat.
We can't wait to clean your houses while you're out.
Have a wonderful vacation. You know what also is funny that people...
Please, we'll be listening into your conversations when you're back to just get a taste of what your life is like. While we're making your dinner.
When our children meet a communist and come back and say that we should overthrow you, we'll say that Mr. Coolidge has been more than decent to us. That was like the standard. Your son would be like, we shouldn't like be working for them and making so little, and then you would sit your son
You'd
down.
slap your son across the face and be like, "Mr. Coolidge is a decent man.
Mr. Coolidge has given us one meal a day
Now you listen here."
for the last 10 years. When your mother came down...
I've worked for Mr. Coolidge, and your grandfather worked for Mr. Coolidge, and you'll work for Mr. Coolidge as well.
Yeah, and you'll be happy about it. When your grandmother came down with the pox, Mr. Coolidge was decent enough not to send us out to the streets.
Oh, God.
I love it. And then there was also the other thing. What was I gonna say? God damn it. There's something else about that time that I really liked. It would be that you would hear about somebody that worked in your field, in
Yeah.
like another part of the world,
Yeah.
and you would just send them a letter, like you'd be like, you know, like Jung, right? Like Jung was like in Vienna,
Yeah.
and so you'd like read in the newspaper about Jung, right? Like
Yeah.
the article would have been like sent via like a fucking the what's that called?
Telegram?
Yeah, versus over Telegram. It would be sent to the Post, and the Post would print the story, and they'd be like, Jung making great advancements in the understanding of human behavior. And it would show him with like a very deformed man, and they'd be like, look at this mongoloid that he was able to
Talk to about his dreams.
Yeah, exactly. And then a guy who was studying psychology and just had ideas about it, he'd be like, I'm going to write a letter to Jung. And so then he would write a letter, and 5 months later it would get to Vienna, and then they'd be like, oh, Jung, I think we only know one Jung, so like I guess we'll bring it up to Jung's house.
And by that time, the guy who wrote the letter would just be dead.
Yeah. But also, if you wrote a letter, it got to Jung 5 months later, and then he was like, fuck, I got mail, all right. So he put it on his desk for 2 or 3 months, and then he would write you a letter back being like, thank you for your interest in my studies, and I am quite excited to make more advancements. And then that guy would be like, I have to go to Vienna. So he would have to take a train to New York, and then he would have to get on a steamliner from New York to Paris or whatever. Not Paris, whatever, Marseille. And then he would have to take more trains to Vienna, and then he would just show up.
Yeah. And if you did that today, you would go to the police. Someone would call the police on you.
This guy just came from Cleveland,
Yeah.
and he wants to know if he can just work with me. He's really upset.
You know what that makes me think? Is how big of a deal it is when people hear that you have a show in like a town that's like 2 hours away from them.
Yeah.
And they come to like watch your show.
That's always so sweet.
What a big fucking deal that is. That's like such a huge compliment.
It's so funny too, because sometimes like you'll be playing a show, you know, you'll be in like Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, this fucking weekend's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
And then like somebody
People
will be
will
like,
come out.
they'll be like, I drove from Sioux City Falls. How far? 6 hours. And you're like, oh God, I fucking mailed that set in. Can you stay?
Yeah.
Can you stay a night?
Yeah.
I feel horrible.
I'm gonna do a better set tomorrow.
Jesus.
You have to think about that before you go on stage.
Yeah, that is one thing that I think a lot of comics don't think about, is that they don't think about that they have like a responsibility.
I think we think about it. I mean, the shitty ones don't.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, but it's all personal. You know, I think it's ego to some extent. Wow, I almost checked the time immediate at 3:33:33. What a fucking occurrence that would have been. An omen.
Yeah. What would it be an omen of? That you're gonna take a nap after the podcast?
No, I'm gonna drink another coffee. I got shit to do.
Okay.
I have to beat the shit out of this small dog. The wail on it. I have to give it raspberries on its stomach. And have it bite my love handles.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think that they should breed a genetic disorder in dogs where dogs are always kind of like they have like what's that? Chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
That would be great. They
Yeah.
just breed a puppy that's always tired.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, it doesn't have any muscles. It's pretty sick all the time,
I
but
mean, it is pretty
it
much
is
always
so
tired,
cute.
though.
Yeah, but those hours that it's not, it's like a fucking, it's like you gave like a sharp ball of fucking Red Bull. That's what it's like. It's like a
Well, she's
sharp.
asleep now. Should we do a howl sesh while she's out?
It's gonna wake her up, but I'm fine with that. Charlie,
Charlie!
come here.
Good boy!
Good boy.
Good boy,
You're
Charlie.
back.
Good
He's
boy.
back. He's
You're
back,
back.
folks.
I I bet you our neighbors are like, wow, they really love the health heroes.
Yeah. They're doing it at all hours of the day. There's a guy in...
Somebody needs to tell these people what time we're actually doing the Howl Hour.
The Howl Hour? That's a good new name for it.
Yeah.
There's a guy here in LA who is he must be like a pastor or something. But he's probably a crazy person, although he seems very with it. But he'll stand on a corner around LA with a sign that says Jesus loves you,
yeah,
and just dance like emphatically, just like
that's one with it.
Rocking out. That's one with it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have so much respect for you now. Hooray for our healthcare workers!
Yay for our doctors! I just loved that. That was so sweet.
What if she got just so specific with it? Huzzah for our grocery workers! Congrats to our Postmates driver!
You were like, Rosebud made a good point last night before you told the story of the lady thanking the healthcare workers. You were like, we were on a walk last night. Rosebud made a good point. What was it?
I'll think of it in a second.
Okay.
Start leading the podcast
Okay.
and I'll come back to it.
This is like the two of us together have one brain, one working
One brain cell, really.
But the two of us on our own,
it's like when in zombie movies, when the zombies aren't like alerted to like somebody being around, and they're just kind of like standing there going like that's all. It's just I just sit and I just refresh fucking. Oh God, please take me, angel of death.
I can't do this anymore. I slept and I still feel like shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited.
I don't even feel sick anymore. It's because of the puppy now.
Less than 2 weeks, we're going to be getting on an airplane and we're going back to our home city, and we're done with the sounds of birds. We're done with looking out at a forest.
You guys are just going to hear ambulances, which is how this podcast was meant to be heard.
Yeah, we're going to get back to it. And here's the thing. I got to tell you guys.
This podcast was meant to be heard against the backdrop of a city in shambles.
My plan with the baby in the box is we are going to leave him in the mud pit. I'm going to program the box to release 48 hours after we depart. Yes, he'll have oxygen. Yes, he'll have enough food. But then we are gone,
and we're leaving the baby in the box here. We can't bring him with us.
New York, I don't have a mud pit. We don't have roof access. My storage container, that's actually where I keep my valuables. So no, I'm also not gonna go to Brooklyn Navy Yards once a day to make sure the baby in the box, who hates me, who is my mortal enemy, I'm not gonna let him. No.
Yeah, in spite of everything we've done for him, he fucking hates us.
And now this puppy sleeping directly next to me is his ally.
Yeah, we gotta separate Moussolini from the baby in the box.
Because Moussolini is kind of, she's like in that will they or won't they period of like Star Wars, where like you're like, are they gonna go to the dark side? She's teetering. She's teetering towards the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
She bites me, you guys. Her teeth are small razor blades.
Well, that's because Andy plays with her like another puppy.
I'm trying to hurt her.
You're not trying to hurt her. You're trying to align with her. You're not teaching her who's boss.
I've done better. I haven't played with her like that since
she
told me
bit your
not to.
love handles.
Basically, yeah. When she started body shaming me, I was like, okay, that's it. I know better now.
We're not doing this anymore.
We're not doing this.
Yeah. Good for you. My tits have gotten so big during quarantine that I can't put a bra on without them falling out of it. And I don't know what's happening. I'm not pregnant.
Her boobs are starting to resemble like a barmaid, yeah. Like she's a bosomy woman. Yeah. Tiny lady, bosomy woman. You cannot go and just buy this lady a bra.
No, I have
You
to
have to
be
go
like,
to a hero.
yeah, I have to go to like an expert in
Bras.
tit measuring.
Yeah. They're like, you've.
I feel like they do that to all women though, but especially like if you got a pair of tatties, you go into a Victoria's Secret and they're like, oh, we're gonna need to get one of our technicians. They call them technicians. They call them bra technicians.
It's not even like a.
I'm like, are they fucking
cute...
building it with metal?
They better.
No, they call them technicians and they're wearing suits.
Rosebud's
for some
boobs
reason,
are
and
so
then they-
big that she has her best bra. It's built. It's got like 18 buckles on it. It's like literally. It's like trying to attach like a new beam to the base of a bridge. Like she's.
Yeah.
It really took a technician.
It looks like, you know what it looks like? You know when you see a house being built and for some reason it's on cement blocks around the bottom of it? It's like they never put the cement blocks underground.
Yeah.
They just put the house on top of the cement blocks because they couldn't manage to figure out how to just hold the house up with the ground.
Yeah.
That's what my tits look like in a bra. It looks like a house on cement blocks above the ground. Because I need a bra that's gonna hoist these fuckers up.
You're the only baker lady with them too, right?
Yeah, I got them from my great-great-grandmother.
The curse of the tatties.
Listen, I'm not saying they're bad. I like my tits. I like that.
They gave me the confidence or the desire to come at you.
Yeah.
Saw that yellow bikini photo and I was like, huh, okay. I might have to fuck around and slow play this for 9 months. I might have to fuck around and discreetly flirt with this lady.
Yeah, I don't know if you're bad at flirting or if I'm just bad at recognizing flirting.
Well, we're both horrible at flirting.
Yeah.
You've said this multiple times. Your flirting is like, hey, would you like to fuck?
Yeah, it's not good. It's like a business deal. I just approach a man and go, so what's your angle? What are you trying to fuck?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't do a lot of this fucking around thing. I can't pretend to be stupid for you. That was really the biggest problem when I was dating. It's just like I would have to pretend to be an idiot for a man to get hard. You're just like, oh, what does he want? Does he want to fuck me or does he want to be friends? Or they always want to fuck.
Yeah, no guy is ever like if he doesn't like you, then he doesn't want to fuck probably. Maybe he still wants to fuck. But most times he always wants to fuck.
Yeah. And if you're an intelligent person, you just assume he's gonna like who I am because I'm not an idiot, you know?
But I would say that it's hard for some guys, not myself, but like I think some guys want like a lady to play the
Play the
damsel.
game. Oh, I've had men actually say to me, can you not like say that you know what's happening?
What?
Yeah. I had a guy who was trying to hook up, and I was like, what's going on here? Are you trying to hook up with me, or what? Why am I here? And he was like, can you not do that? Because it's like, it ruins it. And I was like, not for me.
Ruins it?
Yeah.
What is this? You want to be romantic?
No, he like wanted it to be like unspoken so that it would be spontaneous. And I'm like, it's spontaneous anyway.
I hate my horrible ex-girlfriend used to always be like, it's not spontaneous enough. Like, cause I'd say something like, oh, we should get the dog out of here. Or, let's like turn the lights off, something like that. Like I'd be like, let's just fix one thing.
Yeah.
She'd be like, oh, you fucking ruined it. It's not spontaneous. And I was like,
Okay, well, there's water coming in through the ceiling.
Just thought I'd patch the fucking leak in the roof.
What is that about some people? Like, it gets ruined if it's not like
if you
not,
address
not
what's
even,
happening.
but not even sex. It's just like anything that's planned. They're like, it's not spontaneous.
They turn Australian.
Yeah, everybody. They turn Australian. They start
sounding exactly like your ex-girlfriend.
They start dressing like they run an art gallery. Oh man, I liked that about you immediately.
What?
Just that you were so straightforward.
Well, we're both sober.
Yeah, it was like we were like sitting on her couch, and we'd been like kind of like shooting the shit for like maybe 2 hours, and we were having a good time, and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna go lay down in the bed, but that does not mean that I'm gonna fuck you. It just means that that's where the TV is, so we're gonna go watch a movie." And then we like started to watch a movie. We were still having a great time, and then she was like, "Okay."
I said, "Is this doing it for you?"
Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, okay. Now I'm supposed to make a move." I need that sometimes.
I actually didn't even mean for him to make a move. I just was like, I was kind of making a joke about the fact that we weren't hooking up. Like, I was just saying, "Is this doing it for you?" Just laying next to a girl watching a movie like we're in middle school. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to make a move?" That's what he said. And then he hooked up with me.
It's funny because
We fucked.
I really do. Yeah, and we fucked like we had a sex scene that night from like honestly like a 1990s police procedural.
Yeah.
Like it was cinematic.
Yeah.
It was not even like
It was a traveling sex scene. We went from the bed to the kitchen.
Yeah, but it wasn't even like it was still sweet. It was hot. It wasn't like we weren't being monsters like we are now, where we just spit into each other's mouths and headbutt each other. And Rosebud bites my tongue and she goes, "I lick your blood. I like to taste your blood, pussy."
What the fuck? What?
What? Sorry, I told them about that. She doesn't do that.
I never said I like to taste your blood, pussy.
I think it'd be fucking cool. Oh man, I am in rough shape.
Yeah.
This AM. Feel like a bag of fucking bags. You know what I mean?
What? No, nobody knows what the fuck you mean by that.
You know, like you got that
I like
bag
to
in
take
your
a-
closet,
Yeah.
and it's just full of bags.
Mhm.
That's what I feel like. I feel like the bag of bags today.
Yeah. It just sits there in the closet,
Yeah.
untouched.
And you're like,
Unloved.
I need a bag. I don't want to take a bag to the store. That's lame.
Yeah.
So we're going back to New York. What else? What else should we tell everybody before we?
Sign off here.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm very happy to announce that we have
Oh yeah, we have a bunch of new.
we've surpassed 100 reviews on iTunes, and I'm so excited about that because honestly, we couldn't have done it ourselves. We could only have done that with you guys, unless we were psychotic and we built several different iPhoto accounts or whatever the fuck. Unless we bought several different iPhones and had different emails for each of them. We are now at 104 ratings on iTunes, and I'm so excited. These are a couple of my faves. The highlight of my quarantine. Andy and Rosebud are both hilarious separately, but even more so together. These two are so quick and clever, and bounce off each other incredibly well. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Bounce on each other incredibly well too. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You get that?
You get it.
That was a fucking joke.
Yep.
They're so open and raw, sharing so much with their listeners in the most lighthearted way. This podcast has been the highlight of my quarantine. Baby in the Box plus Mouse. Honestly getting me through this madness of a time to be alive. Unmatched humor. Could listen to these two crazy lovebirds for hours, and I have. Keep it up, you crazy rascals. Rosie and Andy are truly a match made in comedy heaven. The love they clearly share makes even their darkest and dirtiest jokes seem sweet and endearing. Start from day one to enjoy the ride. You guys, we love you. And these really, truly, they like make my day.
And also all the
I love reading them.
Yeah, the messages that you guys send us, the pictures of your dogs,
last night, one of our listeners, I can't think of her name right now because my phone's being used to film.
And also, he's slowly going stupid.
Yeah, my body's falling apart and my brain is at the center of that. I'm trying to think of her name because she's a comic. I think she's like a new comic, but she sent us pictures of her dog, and her dog's name is Avon Barksdale, which is such a great
It's a
dog
great
name.
name.
You know that reference,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't that? I can't
That's
believe I didn't
great.
think of that. Anyways, also, I wanted to say this. Tonight is movie night, 7 p.m. Pacific. We're going to watch Ferris Bueller. The Zoom is in the post on the Patreon. I'll also put it out on my Twitter and maybe, I don't know, that's where it'll be. It'll be on my Twitter and it'll be on the Patreon page. It's open to the public, so you don't have to be a patron to get to movie night.
Yeah.
I made it a public post. It's going to be on Zoom. It caps at 100. I'm not worried about that. But I will be muting everybody. So it'll be more about, I'm going to share my screen and then the chat will be open and we'll watch that way. So that's how we're going to do it. Just try it to see if instead of Netflix Party, this way works better. That way you don't all have to log into Netflix Party and watch through that. And then tomorrow is the first day that we're going to just do the Patreon episode. So if you are not a patron and you got $5 to spare, Fridays now are just patron episode onlys. And then we'll be back on Monday. But you also have the chance to see us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, when we do the roundtable kind of bit running comic hang show.
It's called Almost Live.
Almost Live, and that post is also in Rosebud Stories and in my bio on my Instagram page, and I'll tweet it out. Yeah,
What else? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
No, I think that's it. We're done.
Great.
We're done, right?
Yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to say. Next week we'll be doing something for the different tiers. We haven't decided on what that will be yet. We're probably going to do another VI Beach dinner in the next 10 days. We're going to do one before we go to New York. So if you are a VI Beach, get ready for that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll think of something. I think the Mahalos get something mouse related.
I need to cut your hair.
Yeah, we also, maybe what we could do is we could give you a video of us just abusing Mouse. Nah, that's not as fun.
That's sort of
It's wrong.
triggering
Yeah, it's probably triggering.
for me. I love dogs.
Yeah, but Mouse is evil. Mouse supports.
This is a tiny little baby.
She's a Chihuahua
Come
for
here.
Trump.
Look at her. Look at her.
She's so cute and she's sleepy. Hey, cute little
Hey,
mouse.
Mousy. She's gotten bigger.
Yeah. Don't get too big, Mouse. I want to be able to hold you with one hand.
She's so cute. I love her. She's so little mousy. Can you say something?
She does the cutest yawns. She goes like this. She goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Good point, Charlie.
She smells like pee.
She's a pee dog. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow if you're on the Patreon. And then otherwise, wash your hands.
Don't
Don't
spit
lick
in
your-
each other's mouths.
Don't lick your
unless
lover's
it's
thighs.
committed and monogamous. And don't lick your lover's eyeballs.
Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great weekend if you are not a patron. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.